The Great Kuva Farm by Hermos.
Now I know what you're thinking. 20 million Kuva. Wow.
How?
This guy must be mentally sound and an all-around well-adjusted human being.
Are you seriously farming Kuva again?
No, I'm watching porn. Get out. Contrary to
I love that's the gotcha moment there.
popular belief, 40 Benadryls will do more than just let you see God. If you don't know what this video is about, then let me catch you up to speed. You see, a couple years ago, I made a mistake.
All cool. It's all Kuva. It's all Kuva. It's all Kuva.
A year later, I made the same mistake.
Oh, I smell Kuva in the air. Ah.
And now, I'm gonna do it again. In today's chaotic, evil, carcinogenic experience, I'll do more than just engage with self-destructive behavior. I'm going to rapidly abandon any principles and habits that lead to a better life. I'm going to innovate on coping techniques, starting with my loved one. You better give me an affinity proc or I'm about to get domestic. My name is pronounceable, and in this video, I will ruin more than just my reputation. The chat is on something tonight.
Hey, wake up, man. Wake up. We gotta farm some Kuva.
God had to interfere somehow.
I feel like that's one of those where, like, if somebody said, yo, bro, wake up, we're farming some Kuva, I'd do it. Yeah, I'd do it.
Top 10 ways to kill yourself. Number 1, acid demonstration.
To pursue my passion, carpal tunnel. Alright boys, here's the plan. I got 2 syringes of heroin that I'm gonna inject and a Kuva harvester that I'm about to start. Who do
Amazing.
you think is gonna die first? I'm really McLoving this Kuva farm strategy. I'm gonna McFucking kill myself innovating on the mental disorders front. I feel like that sometimes too. Guys, I think there might be Kuva under my skin. I think there was a CIA agent in my chicken. Strangely enough, the cat wasn't a treat. Anyway, I heard there was an Eximus rework. The fuck was that? The fuck? They put this in the game? Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast! No! Oh my god, it's so thoroughly playtested! Blitz
Awful.
Gaming, look at him go! This Blitz piece of shit! No, yeah,
Yo, hold up. Okay, we're talking about the editing in this video. Can we talk about Sin Eater Nata over here? Can we talk about that white gold color scheme? That was jarring to witness.
shit! No, yeah, no problem, man. Go ahead. I love Kuva. Nothing makes me want to read self-help books like farming Kuva does. Sometimes I wish the Blitz could go through the screen. Can I get a suicide ribbon with extra dip? It's okay, boys. Even the intrusive thoughts get bored. Number 7, schizophrenic Grenier. Brothers, I do not think that is normal. I don't think that's how cats work.
Yo, what genes was he throwing in that cat? How does that cat work? Okay, what Kavat upgrade do I need to get this cat?
The plan was to lose all mental health. The method
Sure.
was 10 million across 2 weeks. The process was going to be Steel Path Taviuni, self-destructive behavior at its finest, excluding whatever the fuck that is. I will be making about 48,000 Kuva an hour. That doesn't just mean farming 16 hours a day, but that also means not making a single mistake. I would then find out very quickly that there was an Eximus rework that wasn't playtested at all. Nevertheless, I was motivated and ready to neglect my loved ones at a moment's notice. Slowly, I would develop tactics and strategies to deal with the dog shit rework, which of course was very effective. I'm not gonna
Look, I have it really good, okay? I came in after they've playtested a lot of these things. I know they had to hotfix Ureli Prime after Ureli Prime came out. They had to hotfix her like twice within the first 24-ish hours.
sugarcoat it, man. Eventually, by talking with other people, I would find out about Steel Path fissures. By the way, this game mode more than doubles the amount of Kuva I get per hour. I'm so glad that something so quintessential to my intent is well conveyed by the game itself. I'm not having intrusive thoughts. I'm just saying. Before I jumped off the balcony, I knew I had to first develop a strategy for the trials ahead.
So that's actually one of those things I've had people say, Kip, why do you do Steel Path? Why do you keep doing this? Like they just don't understand why I do Steel Path. Because they do normal content, like they'll grind out normal content. What was it? He's like, yeah, no, Buddy was like, oh yeah, I put Aqua Blades. I subsumed Ureli's ability onto Titania. So you just fly around, zip zoom as Titania and Aqua Blade everything in one shot. And I'm just like, but that's so boring. Like, what do you mean you don't want to sit there and have to absolutely torrid or Ceto Prime individual enemies for multiple shots just to be able to just break them down. Like this doesn't. This isn't fun to you guys. Apparently a lot of people don't like Steel Path. I don't know. I can't go back. It's one of those. I play on normal content, my brain falls asleep.
Fissures require relics, and the best ones are Requiem fissures because the intrusive thoughts say so. The more time I spend in a mission, the better. Every 5 minutes, one relic will be used up. So if I farm 9 hours a day, that's about... Oh, you're fucking kidding me! I can only do 27 trades a day. 100 Requiems will take 17 trades, which leaves
I love the Animal Crossing soundtrack here.
me with 10 trades, where I have to pull some intricate trick out of my ass to get 300 platinum per day for 2 weeks. I compiled a list of things I could sell, and I kinda wish I didn't, because it's depressing. I can keep things afloat for the first week, but after that... Yeah, even if I nickel and dime every single schizophrenic I run into, it's not looking pretty for the 2-week plan I had in store. The Rivens are gonna need constant advertising to ensure that every living creature from every time zone hears about my trade offer. It's gonna take a whole ass new level of mental disorders to pull that off while defending Kuva harvesters.
See, here's the funny thing about YouTube is there's people who would absolutely throw plat at this man for him to do this. They would pay the plat just to watch the madness unfold.
But when I do pull it off, I'm gonna need the most deep-fried copy pasta ready to pollute every trading channel on Discord. I can also try abusing the search algorithm of every Riven website there is by making a million posts of the same Riven. I can very easily take over multiple pages so that people clearly see my offers. I skimmed the top of the dick that is my dusty-ass inventory and found a couple prime sets and pieces worth at least 30 platinum. I also have just a little bit of endo on my ceiling. I tried to estimate the profits and it doesn't look bad. I also should be passively getting endos just from doing runs. As for mods, it ain't looking good, boys. I need a minimum of 30 platinum profit per trade to stay on schedule, and there aren't many mods that can do that. I could call in a couple lifelines, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't need a lifeline, I need a goddamn rescue operation. I got some emergency items to liquidate, but this is a complete last resort, because if I do it, it will come for me in my sleep. I also have some miscellaneous buy low and sell high strategies, but my financial assessment says that they're almost as unstable as the average citizen in Florida. All in all, this plan looks pretty shit, but if I bring out my inner RuneScape scammer, it just might be possible.
Oh my god, the fact that we're having to bring armor trimming into this makes a lot of sense, actually. No. The plan is good, okay? We need to be able to have the trade me GP, the doubling GP services. We need to have that kind of mentality going into this. I think that's what really sells it.
Alright, I guess this is the financial plan of action that I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A plan like this could only work with a couple shady deals, and as the #1 furry feet speedrun world champion, I can guarantee you that I'm up to no good. I adopted marketing strategies to better understand the situation, and that's exactly when the gay demon started to whisper into my ear the most brilliant business model I ever heard. And so I went campaigning, securing donators, sponsors, and what can only be described as the shadiest deals in Warframe history. I had to choose what kind of person am I gonna be in this campaign. Am I gonna be a crack addict, or am I going to be a crack addict? I was a crack addict, in case you haven't noticed already. My reputation is positive across a couple Discord servers, which means people are more likely to trust and do favors for me. There's too many relics in the economy, and in most cases, people don't crack them. In other words, preparation has met opportunity. To exploit my positive reputation, a trust-based service will be created, where people give me their requiems to crack, and if a requiem mod is produced, they can have it. That way, I'm happy with my Kuva, and they're happy with an item that's more likely to sell than a requiem relic, without mentioning that cracking them is a net loss.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
One plat each, just how I like it. What the fuck is going on? Sharing is caring, so I'm sharing poverty.
But remember, my account is the one that gets its 2FA disabled, and I have to actually re-enable it, and even throw in a Warframe support ticket because apparently I was making too many trades. Actually happened, by the way. Actually happened. I had to go submit a ticket because my 2FA, it said it was enabled, but I guess, I don't know, I triggered something in the Warframe system, and they're like, I don't know about this guy.
greatest work was taking the autism test. Unfortunately, nearly everyone contributed out of their generosity, because apparently pursuing a morally ambiguous venture is seen as a good thing. However, some unfortunate souls out there did do it for profit, and to those people, I will now brag about how I managed to scam you for the next 20 seconds. I'm solo cracking, so on average, 4 relics are needed for a mod. Are you seeing this? Of course it doesn't make sense to crack. Are you seeing these prices? Just like money laundering, the devil's in the details, but with no one checking. Kuva farmers in the history of this game have never been trustworthy. Now, I know that some of the contributors are going to be watching this video, so I wanted to say thank you. And a special thanks to Established Titles for inspiring today's scam. If you're one of those people hoping to profit from this, then you have officially been robbed of your riches. Scam you later.
The editing is flawless.
Keeping an eye on my Warframe just in case. Take my inventory, just take everything I have. Deals in business, but mostly Kuva. I don't care that I'm in debt, just invest everything. I even went as far as to... Unfortunately, I regret to share that one of the sponsors did not like the joke and doesn't want to have the terms of our deal exposed, out of fear that the middle class might riot. And so I'll be striking it from the record, and we won't engage in gaslighting for the rest of the video. I actually completely lied. There are no other sponsors. Don't investigate 9/11. One steel essence is worth 666 Kuva, Batman. It's just, I want more ribbon roll, Batman.
Oh my god, that sounds awful. 1,000 minutes in a survival mission? That sounds awful.
It's just one more ribbon roll, Batman. Pleasure doing business with you. You really got me feeling like Kevin O'Leary right about now. Oh, and remember, no Kuva. Oh man, it's not impossible. I wonder if I could maybe... Holy shit, wait a minute. This might actually fucking work. Without going into detail, Octavia is my chosen frame. Harvesters are hard to defend, not to mention the occasional fissures. I believe the fissures are predictable, which leaves the harvester problem. How do you defend it when everything one-shots it without using a defense frame? Well, I had a couple ideas. Enemy spawns can be controlled. Using a two-sided defense is difficult, but at least now it's actually feasible.
Sure. Okay.
They're not even showing up anymore. What? Alright, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then. I want you guys to see. This is what I have to defend against. Look at this. The bullet isn't even out of his gun yet, and the harvester's already dead! What is this shit? With the
Oh, that is some Deviri Steel Path max level shenanigans. When you're like, hey, a new harvester has showed up. You let the harvester get destroyed. My brother and Christina Aguilera, I literally looked away for a second. Oh, how long ago was this video? A year ago? Okay, good to know that we still have issues with defending certain points in higher level content.
Problem solved and a solid strategy now realized. All what was left was to get comfortable and do the work, a process that'd take butt fuck forever. And so I started to think, man, the developers really fucked up when they removed gambling microtransactions from the game. If I can't pay to gamble, then I'll gaslight, lie, manipulate, and work harder than any human should. In fact, let me get into detail. We here on the Hermos channel believe in self-actualization and self-improvement. To mentally engineer yourself in preparation for the task at hand, which is why I would brainwash myself into loving Kuva. Think about it, who's more likely to excel in a single-minded pursuit? The person who meets a quota and leaves, or the crack addict who actually enjoys it? This is what I had to be. It's not about the views. I couldn't care less if this video gets 200 seconds of watch time. It's about the Kuva. It's about the red liquid. And oh no. I didn't prepare for this. Look guys, at this point it's a better explanation. Let's be real here, not many healthy things happen when you're farming Kuva for 7 to 13 hours a day. Even food becomes an inconvenience. The nutrients beckon me. And at one point I had enough requiems to spend 10 hours straight in one mission. I'm never doing this again.
I would do that. If I had an actual metric ton of relics, I'd do it. Oh, I would be dead that stream, though, okay? Look, the United States Marine Corps is going to be funding that stream inadvertently. Not like actually funding, but we're talking, I'm getting the Little Caesars, and I'm getting the Taco Bell, okay? That stream is going to be USMC approved. You know, I really should be thanking Fat Electrician. Because Because ever since that Little Caesars video, I have been a Little Caesars fiend. It's hot and it's ready. What more could you want for a 10-hour relic grind?
So I did it again. 1D, isn't that like 2 hours? Eventually, I didn't need to look at the screen anymore. Protecting a harvester was second nature to me. Today's Workplace Hazard is sponsored by OSHA. If you're wondering what the timer is, it's Live Split, a timer tool normally used in speedrunning. But in Warframe, I used it as a visual reminder and a reference for when I needed to scream internally. Oh, would you look at
I actually didn't know what they used. Oh, cool. Okay.
the time? I knew I was too far gone when I was deep in REM sleep, and the mere imagination of the Kavat prog sound effect caused my eyes to shoot wide open. With so much time on my hands and feet, I would spend it on various activities. I read the entirety of The Art of War, along with a commentary by General Tao Hanzeng. I networked to reach more Requiem suppliers, suppressed my moral conscience, ruminated on my life decisions, and pointed and laughed at every Kuva-related video on YouTube. What a fucking idiot. Who would do something like that? Wait a minute. And along that particular journey, I would have the displeasure of watching a video that disparages Kuva.
All I know is Fibonacci. The best Fibonacci-related comment I've heard is my buddy actually, his first reaction to seeing Fibonacci is, I want the fish for my aquarium. And that kind of stuck with me.
The Kuva can suck my nards.
What? This fucking... I can't... This motherfucking piece of shit!
I would not forgive this heresy, but for the time being I had to let it go, because during my Kuva venture, I would come up with the side goal of becoming the #1 most Kuva-owned player in the game's history, by doing enough research to understand the tensions between the developers and Steel Essence, Digital Extremes, and my wheelchair. I would carefully concoct a move that would cause them to nerf Steel Essence after I used it to buy stupendous amounts of Kuva. This way,
I was gonna say earlier, the devs have to watch streams like or videos like this, right? Like, especially if it's like, if they hear something about this man actually, you know, grinded out several million Kuva doing this, right? Like, I feel at someone at DE has to look at something like this.
Own would be able to outnumber me in Kuva owned for a while. This actually worked, and I have too much to say, and 2/3 of it will put us both on a watch list. Also, I've been working on this video for nearly a year, and I want my life back. So I'm not gonna say much, and instead, you'll be getting a summary. In my time of preparation and Kuva farming, I delved deep into the history of the game and found a couple interesting things. For the sake of this summary, I'll be keeping it quick without much detail. One of them is the weird approach the developers often undertake when it comes to balancing the game, and how they often rework things to a worse version to fix a non-problem. How they like to treat the Kuva economy and how their beliefs shifted with time. The increasing usage of macros to AFK in Steel Path because it was too rewarding. Top all these findings with how much attention they like to pay to the economy, and that's when I started to see a pattern. You see, during this period, SteelPath was giving the developers quite the headache, because every week you would have people using macros for many hours that always went unpunished. Considering how well known this all was, it seemed only proper to assume that the developers already knew about it.
So I know like in Final Fantasy 14 you can use macros. Like, there's an actual like option in game. Macroing is usually in games against the terms of service. I guess, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like, you know, well, it's like how Cheat Engine is against a lot of games in terms of service. People still use Cheat Engine, right? Or like, there's a couple other services out there as well. Or like aimbotting is like against Call of Duty, but people still aimbot in Call of Duty, like regardless. I don't know. I don't know where macros fall within Warframe. I don't know. I've had negative interest in the subject.
And this with how much they like to control the economy in particular, and how severely they react if someone's taking too much advantage of it. That's when I came up with a hypothesis. If I bought an obscene amount of Kuva unmatched by anyone else all in one purchase, they might just crown me George of the Jungle, you know what I mean, motherfucker? And in my search, which isn't perfect to be honest with you, I haven't found any one person to buy more than 5 million Kuva at a time and own more than 10 million Kuva at a time. So my target became 20 million Kuva, 18 million bought in Steel Essence. Some may call this quite devious. I frankly call it a fucking microwave, motherfucker. If I spend any more time going over the papers. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, so we're just jumping to the end of this. A couple days after the purchase of 18 million Kuva in the citrus update, no, they didn't add oranges. They instead added an actual fucking vagina. A weekly purchase limit was placed on Kuva and Relics. And they also
No, bro.
gave this statement, which take a moment to read this. Your boy did it.
We have made this change to Tetris storage as an unlimited source of Kuva and Relics in game. We took a careful look at Steel Path and decided this would be the best method to ensure a small handful of players couldn't buy absurdly large quantities of these resources at once without the changes that would affect players on the Steel Path. Oh my god. Oh, this is peak. This is perfect. Dude, I don't even know what Kuva does. I keep getting the thing. Every time I go to, like, get my ribbons each week from, like, whatever the thing is on Earth. I can't remember what it's called. Every time I go there, I just get the Kuva. I don't even know what it does. I don't want to know what it does. I'm just going to stockpile Kuva. This is my new goal. I'm going to stockpile Kuva.
Fucking. But if there's anything I learned from my binge into Digital Extremes history, the company that made Warframe, it's that coincidences with this company are extremely rare.
18 million bottles of Kuva on the wall.
Wow,
Awful.
that sounded just as depressed as I was when I got it. Jesus fucking Christ. Coincidence? I think maybe, possibly. The whole Kuva thing happened about 2 months before Deviri, so there's a real chance that they did the voicing before that. But I think that's a boring conclusion, so I'm just gonna assume they did the voicing afterwards and intentionally made the voice line exclusive to the depression cycle. I mean, look at me. I'm a caffeinated mess with shaky hands and red eyes trying to make a 15,000 word script digestible. I won't get to know if I'm truly the #1 most Kuva-owned player in the game, but I consider this moment a victory because people sending me these fucking screenshots can eat shit from my fresh ass. Don't worry though, I remained humble even in my celebrations. Although I don't understand why the people who kept sending me those screenshots aren't responding anymore. And with the
So here's my question, though, because... So let's take Riven Silver, for instance, right? Reasonably... You even if you buy your ribbons, your Kuva credits, whatever, everything from Iron Wake, that's the place. Iron Wake every single week, right? Even if you max out the vendor, that you will have an excess. Dude, the ribbon silver just keeps going up. I don't know what else you use that for. Can I feed it to Helmet or something? I don't think I can. So I enter this like question of like the game economy in some ways kind of feels broken. Because you can only do X amount of you can only buy X amount of Kuva per week. Okay, sure. Like, yeah, you want to make sure players don't have an infinitely exploitable loophole. I get that. But like slivers, well, I've been saying it's silver this whole time. Wow, I'm the dumb. Point being, it's like you have such an excess of currency, but you have jack all to actually use it on. And like Riven Slivers is kind of my big one because I have no idea what else to use it on other than like my 2 weekly ribbons, the credits, the Kuva, because I have excess. Like, if we want to talk about like just a design decision that kind of baffles and boggles me, like I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are like, oh, I have 10k ribbon slivers. Okay, what you gonna use them on what? I do my 2 ribbons a week. Like, what do you want from me? I feel like, I don't know. It feels strange, right? Like, unless ribbon slivers used to be a lot rarer, it feels weird to have an excess of certain currency that just goes into nothing. And I don't know what their design philosophy is behind things like that. Or thus, you know, you can have an excess of Steel Path if you just run just a bunch of Steel Path, right? What do you do with all your Steel Path currency? I don't know. Isn't there a store? Yeah, but I mean, I can only buy X amount of stuff like per week. Like I will just have an excess at a certain point. So I guess I'm kind of just like scratching my head. What's the design decision here? Like why? Like I think, and I guess maybe it's a like hashtag failing from success or hashtag feels bad from succeeding moment, right? Where it's like, Gratz, you've played the game to the point where you do nothing but Steel Path, long Steel Path endeavors, and you have an excess of like, Steel Path currency, right? Or you have like 20k ribbon slivers, but you can't use them. So, what I guess I don't know. It's been one of those things I've been mulling over, but I don't know what to do with the information.
adventure now complete, I can finally go outside. Is that grass?
No, don't do it.
No, I can't touch it just yet. You see, I haven't forgotten about what Sabuchi said. When he said, Kuva can suck my nards, I considered it a personal attack. And for weeks, I would spend time watching his every move to get a good reading of his character. Tweets, chat logs, background, sleep schedule. I would even watch him live streaming using different alt accounts every time so as to avoid raising any suspicion.
I like that he uses the forma. Oh, that's so clever. What do I have? I have some weird crystal thing.
I mean, come on, is that even a question by now? And when I had all the information I needed, I would learn that he is actually not a terrible person, but I wouldn't let my actions be synonymous with the sunken cost fallacy. So when you find out that you've spent a lot of time to do something bad, the right move, of course, as put on display by any social media influencer over investing into something they don't understand, is
this man just, every time I see Logan Paul, I lose brain cells. I want you to understand, I get great enjoyment out of whenever I hear lawsuit updates regarding him. Like breach of contract with Prime, the suits that are going on with that. Because as it turns out, and this is just a matter of fact in business, right? If you have to modify your production line to accommodate a customer or client, you're like, yeah, okay, we'll do this for you, but we're going to need to make sure that we get our investment back in some way, shape, or form. So you're going to have to do X amount of orders across Y amount of time. That's in the contract. You don't just get to back out of things like that. So we're using him for comedic relief here, which I love. But I get like this sick joy out of hearing any time I get legal updates about him. Oh, this man is like, what's the boomer equivalent? 'Cause I am a boomer. I am old man yells at cloud. I don't know, like reading like Vogue, maybe. I don't know. There's an equivalent here somewhere. Going on Facebook, maybe. I don't know. There's a commentary here.
to double down and dive right in. When the time was right, I would join on my main account. Initially, I was gonna interview him, but then I mentioned my plan to genetically modify and train monkeys to farm Kuva for me, at which point,
yeah, I would agree. That makes a lot of sense. But how do you get around the importation restrictions? That's going to be the big one. I agree.
he stopped responding altogether. So instead of an interview, here's a well-decorated hit piece. Welcome everybody to the Special Hit Kit Club. Today we'll be interviewing Sabuchi's latest victim, better name pending. So tell me, how was your day today?
I want to die.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring. When I think of a serial killer, I think of Sabuchi.
Well, I haven't had that experience with him.
Have you considered that you could possibly have dementia? What do you see? What do you see when you look at this pristine, beautiful PNG? What do you
Is
see?
it like a butt plug? What am I looking at?
He ran over a family of 5 on the
Running over
roadway.
people can be a virtuous thing.
He did a triple backflip into kicking a dog. No one ever asked where he was on September 11th. Crazy how a tower disappeared same time he did.
Take your meds today.
Sabuchi actually took down one of the towers. Yeah, what an incredibly rude thing to do. I'm about to say something controversial. Oh, you weren't already doing that? Shut up. This is what happens when you don't take your antipsychotic meds. Shut the fuck up. You know what? Sabuchi isn't even that bad of a guy. What the fuck? He didn't do anything wrong. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Brainwashed yourself too hard, man. Shut up! Mention of Kuva. Shut the fuck up!
I feel like that was unironically. So when I did a few Destiny shorts, somebody said that because it was effectively me conversing and arguing amongst myself as a Titan, Warlock, and a Hunter, and there was a comment which made me laugh. It was something along the lines of "This is the ultimate multiple personality disorder, like fight or something like that, where this is like the final form." I relate to this.
It's time to make some money. It's time to make some money.
Is he
Rise
though?
and shine. I got up early for this today. The neighbors aren't gonna like this one. Dude, there's a cat outside my window. A spy.
You have to meow back to assert dominance at it. This is facts about the cat.
Fucking cat. Dude, this fucking thing doesn't want to go away. How does a dog sound? It's like... It's out. Alright, you know what? You can watch ahead, buddy. We'll be friends, you and me. I'll call you taxidermy, because that's what I'm gonna do when you die. My tone shifts when I see the Riven screen. It's been years and it's still in my head. The Glaive Riven. This will be my source of dollar. My cash money. It's only when rivets are involved that the ooga booga in me comes out. It didn't really hit me how schizophrenic it is to do what I'm doing until a friend asked me how to farm steel essence, and I replied with 3 paragraphs, an address, and a phone number. Later.
Okay, but I have been that guy, though. I have been the guy that, like, someone will ask, like, Kip, how do you do this? And I respond with an actual essay. And they're like, bro, I just wanted to know how to do the thing. I didn't need to know the design philosophy of what I'm doing. Please, yes, thank you for the information. A simple do this is it would have sufficed.
My rumination, I realized, man, I don't think that was normal or healthy. The fucking cat is staring more intently now. You're interested in my ribbons, are you? Come here.
The cat knows.
Come here, I'll teach you the tricks. I'll even let you roll. I'll teach you how to fuck with digital streams. Come here. No, come back. Come back. Taxidermy left. My only audience member. You know what? I don't need no cat. All them fuckers know is eat hot chip and give me reload proc. You hear that? I'm talking to you, motherfucker. I am calm. I am peaceful. Eat hot chip and farm Kuva. God shits on my plate in ways never thought possible.
What is this? 144 critical chance, 2x for heavies, 71 critical damage, minus 60% damage to Grenier. Good God.
It's not going to be the easiest sell in the world, but I think it's just better to sell as is. This is still profitable, especially considering how low the damage to Grenier is. I think I can just convince someone to get it anyway. It doesn't look that bad. Hello, future hermos here. It turned out to be a lot worse than I expected, because I would later find out that those stat numbers that you're seeing right now, yep, that shit right there, that's not the real stat numbers on this Riven, because it's showing me the unranked version of the Riven, even though it says ranked right there.
Yeah, this is actually a criticism I have about, like, even just buying mods from, like, your syndicate. Stop showing me. Give me an option. Okay, and this would be a quality of life thing, right? Give me a toggle or give me an option to see fully upgraded, right? And don't. If I'm not purchasing a fully upgraded mod, don't. To which veteran players will be like, it's a non-issue. Yeah, this is going to be when it's fully upgraded. To which I would agree, right? As someone new into the game, I was very confused for a hot minute because I'm buying like a mod from like, well, not necessarily a syndicate, but I was buying mods from certain vendors. And I'm just sitting here like, but wait, what happened? Like, I think it'd be cool to have a toggle or some way to view like the tiers, but I guess that's why the Warframe wiki exists as well. I don't know. That's a personal thing for me. That's not quite having an issue with like having an overabundance of currency with nothing to do with. I think that's an interesting design quirk, but like, this is one of those just like, I wish there was a way in game to view the different tiers rather than having it feeling like I have to like sift through what I'm actually looking at.
Even though it says ranked right there! And I wouldn't notice this until the moment that I sold it. Back to the video and fuck my life. Rivens are so fucking cheap nowadays. I bought one and I didn't even have to sell my kidney. People have it so easy nowadays. They got stuff like Big Lips, Bob, Roombas, virus dupe exploits. You know what I need to do? I gotta increase demand. I gotta make people believe that they have to get a glaive riven. It's time for some targeted marketing. Okay, just don't forget, if I appeal to their emotions, their judgment will be clouded. Okay. Hello. Have you ever had a relative or someone near and dear to you suffer a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, I can't help you with that, but with this glaive riven, you can do so much damage. Imagine how easy steel path would be here. Damn, this riven business is hard. It's not so easy to scam people anymore. My guy right here, fresh out of the keygen I used to crack my version of Adobe Premiere, just offered me the greatest lowball I've ever seen in my life. What if I lie about my prices to give them the illusion of a discount? I think I'll try that. And you can have it for the low price of 100,000 platinum.
What?
90,000 platinum.
Isn't that a little much? Can't you do any less?
Your dick and your balls, bitch. I might have went a little overboard with the price. I think I'll reduce it just a little bit. For the low price of your dick and your balls.
What?
Your cock and your nuts.
What the fuck?
Your penis and the orbs below that.
All right, bet.
Bet.
I wanna make the money. I'm gonna make the money.
Who came first, the Kuva or the retard? I reckon this is probably illegal in some country, and I rerolled the Warframe development team. I tried to use the metal cup, it plastic out of the bag. Can you imagine if Kuva was a real thing? I can roll the Northern Tower back into existence. I got that Gorilla Grip Harvester. I got that Samodius rolling capabilities. I got them unloving parents in my vicinity.
How long? How long till it ends? I'm still at 19 million!
I can't lose it. I can't lose it. It's too early. Cope. I need to cope. All the sounds trapped in my mind.
This is when the brain rot truly takes over.
This dog
Ooh, so 16% initial combo, 118 melee damage, 29 damage to infested, chance to gain combo. Dude, this is awful. This is garbage.
It deserves the most appropriate price of 1 million. If you're wondering how my prices are so fair, then let me give you a pointer. Like any Riven trader, I think to myself first and foremost about all those sweatshop workers in Thailand getting paid $1 an hour. They clearly deserve less, and as such, I like to price my Rivens at a number that they will never achieve. And that is exactly why I'm asking for 1 million platinum.
Yeah, makes sense.
what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit?
Damn it, I thought the emotional manipulation was gonna work this time. Maybe if I roll a different Riven, I'll have a better chance.
What?
No, we're not doing this. I'm getting rid of this piece of shit. Fuck. Yes, take it. Thank you. Fuck. I am never rolling that piece of shit again. Huh? So the platinum is gone, but the Riven is still here. Okay, let's try that again. For the love of God, please don't show up again. It's still here.
Oh, is this a bug or is this an edit? I can't actually tell. I can't tell. It's hilarious if it's a bug and he is actually stuck with a Riven. That is actually peak.
My God!
Alright, you know what? Like Jonah, I'll just take God's punishment right on the chin. Here we go. 19 million left. Okay, let me make it clear right now. This is gonna take quite literally 1 full day just to roll this Riven. So not everything is gonna make it into the video here. So if you see me spontaneously going from completely okay to insane, just know that I've seen my balls, but I've never seen chicken balls before, so it seems pretty questionable. When I first heard about transsexual, I was thinking about transformer sexual, so I was thinking quite literally Optimus Prime. Wait a second. Did the Kuva count just go up? What the fuck? Am I hallucinating? Nope, just check the footage. It went up. No, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to go to sleep tonight anyway. I wanted to keep going till the end of my fucking life. I'm not.
You got like a buy 10, get 1 free kind of thing going on. The number will just go up.
Mad, I'm just disappointed. I'm not disappointed, I'm just mad. I'm neither a metaphysical. I'm not like the other physical objects. I'm not like the other girls. Hot Wheels, eat fresh. What the fuck? You know, I just realized if the Riven stays but the platinum doesn't, I could just keep infinitely scamming people. And on top of that, everyone hates the Grenier, so this will be an easy pitch. Okay, remember, I'm not trying to scam them, I'm trying to sell them. Okay. Hello, I'm selling a Riven for a cheap price. Incest industrialized. Wouldn't you want to shut something like that down?
What?
Name 3 good things the Grenier did in World War II.
What's with the focus on the Grenier?
There's just a lot of good that you can do with this Riven if you buy it. They think they're so much better than me, these fucking people. These pieces of shit. I'll show them. I'll fucking show them. One more try. Hello, have you ever wondered how it feels to own a red? Stop talking. Stop talking. Shut the fuck up! You ever done red crits before? You ever shit on a Grenier family of 5 before? Do you know how it feels?
Well, I'm not actually here to buy the Riven hermos. I'm here because I wanted to ask you something, and you've been ghosting me this entire time. And this seems like the only way to talk to you.
Oh shit, it's him. Yeah, I was busy that day. What's up?
Well, it's just there have been some rumors about what's happened in February, and well, among all the theories, your name just kind of dropped in. I was wondering, what's your side of the story? Hermos?
Okay, act normal. Sorry about that. My cat, dog.
What?
Anyway, can you check your DMs for me?
Hermos?
Yeah,
That's my fucking location.
I'm not talking to people anymore. End of that. I'm still at 18 million. Okay, you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna keep it nice and peaceful and
He's zen.
I grab the slot machine arm and I pull it down and I lose a little bit of myself every time.
You open weapons!
no, I'm rolling a blunt. I'm rolling a blunt.
Farming Kuva too!
Fuck off my room, God! I'll just blackmail him. I'll just blackmail him too.
You know what this this video reminds me of? Let me find the meme really quick, because it's actually relevant to the context. Actually, I saw this last night and it killed me. This is what this video is, right there. Take 2 extra hits.
I'll blackmail everyone. I'll just blackmail everyone. It's okay. There's like another 6 hours left, guys. It's okay. Sick. This is so sick, bro. It's so cool. It's so... I didn't do anything regrettable in my journey. I mean, it's me, a criminal. You're fucking crazy. I have not seen a bathtub in years. Never ends. Never ends. The Kuva doesn't run out. It just doesn't. It's almost over. It's almost fucking over. Fuck yeah!
So
Kuva
close.
count just went up again. That's cool. No, it's fine. I'll spend another 10 minutes on this. It's not like I spent nearly a year on this, you know? Hey guys, crazy idea. What if I
Nice.
just kill myself? What if I just reroll my existence into heaven? The final roll. The final roll. It fucking went up again! Is this your doing, Glenn? Are you doing this to me? It went up again. Alright, you know what? I'm done. In the end, the Kuva never ran out. I am so fucking... Let's just see what the stats are like. Oh, the button does nothing. Okay, these are the real stats. When it's linked in the chat, it fucking clips into itself and it doesn't even show the right number of rolls. It also doesn't show the right stats, and I probably spent closer to 21 million Kuva, so the intro is technically wrong, so...
As it turns out, if it's a bugged rivet, does that not actually appreciate its value more? All I'm gonna say, okay? Look, you got crimped and misstamped and misprinted cards for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! That stuff sells for buku money, depending on the set. If this was actually tradable in its bug form, that is probably a gold mine.
You know what? This has been a fucking catastrophe. I'm out of here. I want my life back.
There is no life. It never ends.
I may never get around to making a Warframe review, so here's my summary. Warframe is a cool game made by cool people. It's free to play. Join a clan full of special people, discuss the geometry of Wisp's 3D model, use the Wikipedia, and watch guides. But God forbid you speak about Neza in any way whatsoever. Special thanks to Shrubby for funding the Kuva Incorporated campaign, Dark Hearts for providing the business model for the Kuva Incorporated campaign, and the various customers and donators who contributed to the Kuva campaign. Before you even think of ratting me to the police, I installed 16 gigabytes of extremely illegal data on your computer. If you try anything, I will know, and I will sell you out faster than inflation hitting the Venezuelan economy. When I upload this video, a lot of people are gonna get mad at me, and if there's anything that I hate more than unscammed bystanders, it's people asking for refunds. And to tell you the truth, I'd rather get banned than give the money back, so let me tell you a well-kept secret. For a long time, some people knew that you can get people banned by falsely reporting them en masse. But what people don't know is how it's effectively done. You'll need about 13 people for consistency, but you can do it for less. The person needs to have a singular strange comment, preferably a vague reference, at which point the majority of the reports need to vaguely reference it. Bonus points if you get them to reference my favorite Warframe in the public chat around the same time as the strange comment, which by the way, I already did. Hopefully, I get banned. That way, refunds will be impossible. Thank you for watching. If you are currently watching this video, that means all evidence of what I did during the 23rd of February is now officially gone, and I will never be persecuted for my crimes. I'll be seeing you in approximately 2 to 3 visits to the hospital when I inevitably overdose on pharmaceuticals and blatantly lie to my doctors because explaining what Kuva is just isn't worth the second-hand embarrassment. Oh, and there's a kinetic siphon trap.
Got him. I don't get it. I don't get the Neza kinetic siphon joke. I have no idea what's going on there. This is like a more unhinged Seth Zine Talk video. I don't know. It's very evocative of Seth's older videos. the ones YouTube does not like. I absolutely loved this. This was great. I needed this. This was perfect. Thank you for recommending me this. My new goal is going to be to find some way to break Warframe. I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know what it is. But it'll happen. It'll happen at some point. Thank you and have a good one.